What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to Veve Vibes, where I love talking all things Veve NFTs, speculation, and of course the market. So the market is finally open, in case you guys didn't know. It is about 9:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The market's been open for about 2 hours now, so it actually opened about 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I actually had to wait another hour before I could make this video because the Ecomi.wiki site, I guess, just needs another hour before it can officially update, because we're seeing a lot of this stuff where it shows a couple days where it's just kind of flat. Regardless, we'll go ahead and jump into it. I would say we're gonna look at the top collectible gainers that's happened over the last 2 hours, because 24 hours the market was just kind of flat. There was no activity, so I don't think Ecomi.wiki picked that up. So Ghostbusters logos have actually gone up quite a bit. Both the Secret Rare Platinum and the Secret Rare Gold, they have both gone up about 20%. So $5.5 grand for the Platinum and about $9 grand for the Gold logo. This could be people just pulling listings off. I'm actually kind of curious myself. I'm going to check it out here really quick to see if that is actually the case. If these could be people just pulling listings down. I mean, it went from 14 down to 12, so price goes up. So it could be people just pulling listings and or actually purchasing these things. Holiday Groots have actually gone up a couple gems, so they're up about 5%. This is one of the NFTs I do recommend people do if they want to do like a more stacking technique. I typically say Storms, Deadpools, Holiday Groots. I think those are all very solid investments for stacking. So it's pretty crazy to see Groots going actually below box price for quite some time. I thought we were kind of past that, but I guess when you do have two back-to-back announcements of Disney and Marvel within 24 hours of each other, that could cause a significant dip in the market. Ultraman Ace going up in price, so people possibly thinking with the most recent announcement, I forgot the name of the company, but it's a Japanese company that does like the puppets and all that stuff. Some people think that Japanese localization could be right around the corner, because why else would Veve want to partner with a Japanese company and make Japanese NFTs? So scrolling down, Ultraman 7 is up as well. Question mark hoverboard is up about 10 gems, 9%. Jersey Devil going up as well. I would say not a huge, like, you can stack Kripkins. I just think they're easily overlooked because there's so many of them, and again, they're not one of the most recognizable NFTs on the platform, unlike Marvel, DC, Disney, things like that. Zombie Hunter Spider-Man is up quite a bit, about 11%. I do think this is probably one of the better NFTs that you could probably get for around 1,000 gems. That alongside like Steamboat Willie, maybe Harley Quinn, but I think she's like under like 800 gems now at this point. His Royal Majesty, or his Infernal Majesty, I believe that's what it's called, is up quite a bit. Looks like there's a bit of speculation going on a little bit. Like Voltron's going up a bit. Same thing with Ultraman. So I think some people are just kind of speculating on the market that Japanese localization could be around the corner. Time to reinvest in some of those NFTs that could appeal to the Southeast Asian market. Some of the Labbits, Delorean is going up quite a bit, at least like on the ultra rare side. Again, Zombie Hunter Spider-Man going up. I remember stacking about 10 of these when these were about 280 a couple weeks ago or so. Did make a nice little profit on that. I do think these could return back up to 450 in no time, especially after Saturday's drop. So, and just the hype around Spider-Man just in general, I think is gonna make the other Spider-Mans increase in price as well. So not sure how far to go down on these collectible gainers. I'm trying to do some of these market updates as much as I can. I'm not sure if I can essentially do them daily, but maybe do them on drop days when the market is down, so you guys have something to watch and look at while things are going on. But I think because the market was down for so long, I would love to give you guys this information. Now for the collectible top losers, we have Captain Cornstarch. He's down basically 20%, so Serial Killer's taking a hit in that case. Ultraman Ace posters are going down, so it seems like the collectibles are going up, the posters are going down. I'm a firm believer in collecting more characters and people and very significant characters and like IPs and stuff, and less like items like posters and things like that, unless the item is like potentially like a car, maybe like the Ghostbusters trap or something like that. It's very like iconic, but if it's just like a poster or a random item, it doesn't seem, I'm not too bullish on those things. Starfire going down quite a bit. She's actually down 15%, which is kind of interesting. I used to be pretty bullish on Starfire. I think she was a sleeper quite a bit back. I think low mints. She's part of the Teen Titans. She's a one-of-one set. There's about 1,000 mints. I think she's one of the few like season 1 collectibles that's kind of like a big name like DC. That's like not ridiculously priced right now, but I think she's a solid pickup. I mean, she did peak at 3.3K right now, so she's technically half price, but who knows if she can return to that peak again in a short order. So back to choices, we have Hunter, so 15% down. Alligator Loki, secret rare, is actually down. I'm not sure down by how much. It seems like these are still loading right now. It doesn't seem like all the NFTs, at least on like Ecomi.wiki, have fully updated, but we'll go ahead and take a look at this. Secret rare Alligator Loki is now down to 2,200. He was at 2,500 not too long ago. He took actually a bigger dip below 2K not too long ago. So if you guys are heavily invested in Alligator Loki, now might not be a terrible time to invest right now. And the total listings aren't looking too bad. It seems to be hovering between 40 and 50 listings, so it's not too out of control. It's not like it's jumping up to 60 or 70 and people are heavily taking profits. I do think this market of secret rare Alligator Loki seems to be well controlled. The Amelia Earhart House of Cards, I do know a lot of the Da Vinci, as well as some of the other 2D art pieces, could have been synthetically pumped via Twitter by certain influencers. So not too bullish on some of these cards. I do think some of them could do extremely well off market, like on Immutable X. But then again, who knows at the end of the day? I think a lot of people are just curious to see how much these NFTs will actually go for off platform, including myself. So Harley Quinn, we're kind of getting to the point now where like a lot of these just aren't loading. So I don't know if this is an Ecomi thing or maybe a Veve API thing, but yeah, this Harley Quinn Deluxe 2 is down pretty significantly, almost to where it was. I mean, it's not almost to that point, but it's getting down to where it was almost prior to all of these announcements, because she did peak at 370. Now she's down to 180. So, I mean, we're talking basically half price at this point. Listings are not at an all-time high. I tend to kind of ignore it when it's back here. I would say probably one like the lesser popular Harley Quinns. I do like the look of her, but she doesn't seem that popular. Seems like more people tend to focus on the first appearance. We'll take a very quick look at comics in the meantime. So comics top gainers. Thanos number 13 ultra rare has gone up. Tales of Suspense common number 52 up 5%. Or 12%, it's up $5. Amazing Spider-Man, 361. It's interesting. I thought I would see more of the rares getting gobbled up because the Master Collector program, I do think that is the best kind of like bang for your buck when it comes to gems per Master Collector point. So, okay, we get a couple more rares here. So we're seeing Web of Spider-Man, number 31. That is going up in price as well. Another Fantastic Four, number 13. Rares going up. Another rare. Okay, so I guess I just had to scroll down a bit further, but I would say on like the first like 10 or 15 comics that have gone up, about 4 or 5 of them have been rare. Same thing with the uncommons, which again, if you are planning on trying to stack Master Collector points, it does seem like the best way to do it is to either get 1 or 2 rares, and then at that point the diminishing returns actually gives you less than just stacking uncommons. So I could kind of see how the that seems to be the plan of attack for a lot of people right now. Personally, I'm kind of holding off until they completely finalize the Master Collector program. I know they might come out with one more iteration before that happens. It's probably smart to get rares now while you can, but who knows, that they could actually change up the point system for the comics, maybe change the stacking penalty or whatever it is, and all of a sudden the calculations change. So that's just me personally. I'm kind of holding off on it. Top losers for comics. Ultra rare Tales of Suspense number 57 is down 16%. Incredible Hulk rare is down. Secret rare is down for both Amazing Spider-Man number 14. Wow, the first appearance of Green Goblin. That one is actually down 150 gems. So it was at 950 prior, now it's at 800. Fantastic Four number 1. That one is down quite a bit. It does seem NFTs that are... Most of the NFTs are typically ultra rare, rare, secret rare. The ones that can fetch a nice price. People are just maybe just looking to part ways with them, invest in the new Disney cards as well as the Spider-Man Marvel Mighties. So secret rare for the Peter Parker. I don't think I've seen this one before. Again, I'm not too familiar with like the comic side of things. I should probably actually educate myself on how comics work, because I know there's some underpriced comics kind of under the radar, but you know, I really need to speak probably with an expert to fully understand it. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 132. That one is down as well. So Journey and Mystery. So it does seem, I wouldn't say across the board or anything like that, but it does seem a lot of the ultra rare, secret rares, people are looking to try and sell a couple of these just to get some profit, have enough gems to play the Disney cards as well as the Marvel Mighty Spider-Man in the secondary market. That seems to be what's happening. My suggestion, I usually try to give a suggestion as to like what things are undervalued, but I will say almost across the board that I've seen, the black and white series Batmans are all being pretty heavily discounted. Like Becky Cloonan's down to 2.2K. It says she's only down 100 gems, but again, this could be a bit skewed because there's a big gap of 48 hours between the last time we saw her. I mean, Becky Cloonan peaked at 3.6K a week ago, probably like 10 days ago, and now she's down to 2.2. So again, I don't think you should speculate it just off being 3.6, but even if you did this lower candle down here at 3.2, I mean, it's a 1,000 gem discount, but she is pretty much at an all-time high when it comes to total listings. So I do think as of right now, if you invest in a Batman black and white series, it's a pretty solid investment. I mean, you can't really go wrong with these DC, Disney, or Marvel, but Darwin Cook Batman is probably one of the most affordable black and white series NFTs that exist right now, probably alongside F.A. Robin. Darwin Cook right now is at 250, had an all-time high of about 360. Not too bad. He's actually had multiple candles above or hovering around 300 or above. So I think that's a pretty solid NFT to invest in as well. We'll go ahead and look quickly at the F.A. Robin. I've noticed kind of across the board, actually Batman Who Laughs is actually up a little bit, hovering around 400 gems right now. Take a look at the uncommon number 76 Robin, 254. All-time high of 360, so it looks almost identical in a way to the Darwin Cook Batman. So I guess if you're a Batman or a Robin fan, I guess you can kind of flip a coin between those two. Joe Mad is a NFT I still think is at basically 1550. I still think is underpriced. I believe he had a previous high of 2200 or so, and I would, in my personal opinion, I think he's one of the probably like mid-highish tiers. Like he's in the middle tier, but on the high end when it comes to the black and white series Batman. So yeah, he had a previous high somewhere between, let's just call it 2300, somewhere in the middle. He's at 1550 right now. The listings are at an all-time high, but again, I think shortly over the next couple of days, especially Saturday after the Spider-Man drop, all these NFTs are going to be going up in price. Once people find out that they either can't afford these NFTs in the secondary market, like the cards as well as the Spider-Man Marvel Mighties, or if people already completed the set they wanted, they bought what they want, now they're going to go shopping and buy a lot of these other things that are undervalued, I could definitely see that happening. Jim Lee Joker Batman at 1350, that's a ridiculously low price, in my opinion. Me and some other content creators, including I've watched Crypto Chris a little while ago. He seems to flip these pretty well, and me and him agree. If you see Jim Lee Joker in the 1.3 and the 1.2 range, especially, that is a steal. He's had highs of 2K. He does get a lot of movement. And again, F.A. Joker, probably the most recognizable villain in the world. Everyone knows Joker. I could go down here, but we could look at I think pretty much across the board, except for maybe the very, very high end like Rizzo, and of course Todd. Todd is actually down 500 gems, not much. It's like 3% or so, but almost across the board. A lot of the black and white series Batman, some of them are down anywhere between 20 to 30%, and some of them are legitimately half off compared to their all-time high, including like this Disc Spring Batman. Had an all-time high of 600 gems. Who knows if that was a synthetic pump or whatever it was. I doubt it was. It seems to be following the season 1 pump that happened in like mid-January. But he's had multiple candles above 380, and right now he's at 300. So I think that's a pretty good investment as well. We're gonna go ahead and jump over to Spider-Man, and I'm gonna wrap up this video because it's already approaching 15 minutes. I try to keep these like relatively quick, but then again, when I do see something, or if I think something is a good deal right now, I would at least let you guys know. In the meantime, I don't want to just give you guys updates. I do want to give some suggestions as well when this stuff happens. So Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, again, if you buy it around 300 gems, this thing is peaked at 490 a week ago. I think especially the Spider-Mans, because we had the Spider-Man Marvel Mighties coming up, I think they're going to recover very, very well. In my opinion, I think Zombie Hunter Spider-Man commons are a very good pickup. Ben Reilly's, they were on the low end of 700 a little bit earlier today. I think if you can still pick one up between 700, 750, or even lower than that, that's very ideal. I do think the Ben Reilly's will recover very well after this dip. Of course, the limited mints help it a lot. I think the common and uncommon Spider-Man, the hanging upside down or the hanging out one, He had an all-time high of course, if the market will load, had an all-time high of basically 1K. Right now he is 790. The listings are pretty high right now, but again, I'm not too concerned. When I see high listings for something like DC, Disney, or Marvel, like, I'm not too concerned because those floors can get eaten up very quickly. And if some of the people trade kind of similar to what I do, sometimes I'll list my NFT, and if I notice the floor starts vanishing very quickly, sometimes I'll actually delist mine and relist it for a higher price, hoping to get more for it. I still think Spider-Man jumping into action right now, it's at about 1550. I still think that's a very good deal, but if you ever see this NFT below 1400, I suggest you snag it up, because this thing has had a previous high of about 2400, multiple candles or multiple peaks above 2000 consistently. So I think that is a solid one. And as well as the common Spider-Man, pretty sure the common peaked at like 1.2 or so at some point. I definitely think you can return there pretty easily. 1.4, wow. So yeah, this guy's legitimately almost half price, but yeah, he's about 40% off. So if you guys were always curious or always wanted to pick up a common Spider-Man, this could be your last opportunity for a while to get a pretty significant discount in this thing. I do see all the Spider-Mans going up pretty significantly within 24 hours after the Spider-Man Marvel Mighties drop. I do think, you know, the floors are going to start vanishing very quickly, and a lot of these prices, people are going to start going shopping almost not too long after the Marvel Mighties drop. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my suggestions. There's some other NFTs I'll probably mention in future videos and stuff like that. But if you guys do like some of these market updates and kind of give me some suggestions at the end, let me know down in the comments below. I'll probably do a live stream a little bit later today and a couple times throughout the week. So please stop by if you guys can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side.